What's up, everybody? Welcome to the hot seat, guys. This is gonna be a different show tonight. Um, there's really no game plan for this type of situation when it comes up. It's not. This week we lost a close friend of the YouTube Cooks community, Phil Rogers from Phil In Florence. Went to meet his Lord, and there ain't a whole lot to say to that. I know everybody's hurting. We all feel for Janet, his wife, and their family. Everybody, worries about, Phil being gone, but most people need to think about the people he's left, and we'll celebrate their love for Phil and our love for Phil. Hobo interrupted, so we'll do a cheers to Phil.
Why don't you explain quick how we're doing it tonight,
CJ? Yeah, guys, Keith Bedside just put it right. If you guys want to make a donation to Phil's family tonight, all super chats and donations are going to go to Phil's family. I'm going to put a couple scrolls on the bottom. You can donate your gifts through family. I was going to try to have two on there, but I can only have one. So I'll switch it up as we go. Yeah. So tonight we're going to celebrate Phil. I'm going to talk about Phil. First, I want to thank our guest that we were supposed to have on tonight, Ricky from the Meat Stall. He was gracious enough to let me reschedule this. Thank you, Kirby. That's way above and beyond, baby. Guys, I will keep track of all these donations and stuff tonight. But this is not like a telethon type thing. I'm not going to post on any social media what I'm giving to Janet. So don't expect to see any of that. We're just going to have the trust factor tonight. I'm going to donate some money. Kent's already donated some money. Tommy from the Gallery Backyard Barbecue sent me money through PayPal. I wish we were doing a giveaway tonight. Hey, Tony, my brother's in the chat. Everybody say hi to Tony. I wish we were doing a giveaway tonight because I know Phil would be here, and I know Phil would probably win. So,
yeah, CJ, you're right. Phil never met a giveaway he didn't like, buddy.
Exactly. All the moderators, my links down below in the description. You guys put it into the chat. One of my fondest memories of Phil was teasing him a lot about USC. A lot of you guys know that I'm a big USC fan, University of Southern California, and Phil was a fake USC fan. And I used to tell him, USC being University of South Carolina. So, yeah. Guys, I'm sorry. This is hard for me.
CJ, check the chat.
Yeah, Hobo wants to do a giveaway in honor of Piff. He has an unopened bottle of Piff's barbecue sauce.
Open. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, his is open. So let me think about how we can do a giveaway, Hobo. Thank you. What's what we can do with that. We're gonna have people come. Hold on. Ricer, I can't hear your hand motions.
Oh, sorry, no.
Oh, that wasn't to me?
Yeah, sorry, man.
Okay. All right. Well, Ricer, I'm gonna take you back out, man. That leads me to my next statement: is we're gonna have people joining throughout the chat via StreamYard. So if you guys would like to come in and say a couple words about Phil,
share a memory,
moment,
favorite video,
anything like that, message me, or I'll put the link in the chat, and you guys just follow the links. All right. While yeah, man, this is harder than I thought, Dutch. Anyway, while Dutch is pouring a drink, let's say hi to some people. People in the chat. Let's see here. Craig behind the garage. Meg Fred Zeppelin's in the house. The bomb smokes. Keith Bettag is always keeping score. Pickles is in the chat. Stephen and Jacqueline, how you doing? Josh, the cooking cop. Chef Johnny's in the chat. What's going on? Babe cooks for the cop. Chicken fried barbecue's in there. PT's in there. Larry Highland, how you doing? Jay Rye, what's up, buddy? Suburban Barbecue, Smoky Goodness, Tom Sweet Factory, GT Barbecue, Kent Heavy Metal Barbecue, Rumpus on Fire, Side Yard Barbecue, Eric's Barbecue and More, Bushy Bato, Rod, Brian, Bubba K's in there, Jimmy Q, Cooking with Kirby, Comparison Cooking, Thomas from Michigan, Grill Sergeant, Frack Daddy, Joey, Big Back Maniac, what's up, Justin? How you doing? Leprechaun TV, Big Rob D, what's up? Barbecue Pit Dog, Camp House Barbecue, Gamecock Phil. It says thank God my dad will be missed greatly. Phil Jr.
Yes.
Sorry for your loss, buddy. He's a big supporter of our community. We all feel like we lost a friend this week.
Yeah.
So, James from M. Clam, how you doing? Brian, Cityscape Griller, what's going on? Who else? Rick's Barbecue, especially Mike Mosley, how you doing? Canadian Jim, what's up, buddy? All right, that's Karen McKinney, thank you. Stephanie Jimenez, the Kettle Cookers, Big Cat 305 Mel, how you guys doing? T. Roy, Godfather himself, is here. Lewis, thank you for the super shot. Let's I think I got everybody that's in the chat. Oh, Daddy Cooks, what's going on, Phil? Yeah, let's do me a favor. We're gonna do a moment of silence, and then we're going to Kent's gonna lead us in a slight prayer. Okay, I'll paste it again. All right, guys, let's have a quick moment of silence for Phil.
Dear God, as you return to in this time of need, not just for the worldly events that are happening, but for our YouTube cooking community also. Thank you for the time you gave us with Phil, showing us his garden, his cooks, and his mods. We ask for your healing and comfort for Janet, their children, grandchildren, and the rest of the family. May they be surrounded by your love during this time of need and loss. Amen.
All right. Thanks, Ken.
Hey, no problem, brother.
All right. Let's see. I got amen in the chat. All right.
Hold on. Your first $50 donation you got today.
Yes, sir.
There you go. Rest in
Cheers.
peace, Phil.
There. Let me pour a shot. Fuck it. So, Phil. Oh.
All right, bring somebody in here, damn it.
Yeah. All right. Ricer, come in and say hi.
Hey, everybody. Hard day, tough day to swallow. Phil and I became pretty darn good friends. I've only been in this community for about a year, and he reached out to me before I even hit 1,000 subscribers. And if anybody that would, appreciate as a small YouTuber is somebody like Phil coming in. And I think you guys have all had great, wonderful conversations with him. And his last words to me just on Tuesday was, buddy, I'm so proud of how you're running this YouTube channel. And he feels that way about all of us. I know all of you guys that are in here have had some type of conversation with Phil. The guy is just a pleasure to watch and to talk to on the phone. It's him. And that's what's great about Phil. If you watch his gardening things, I probably was, in my opinion, why I got to be such a good friend with Phil is because he kind of reminded me of my father. And there's times where he would be talking and kind of acting like my father, but having a Southern voice. I don't know if anybody got the pleasure than all of us with his smooth talking and just made you feel comfortable like you're sitting right there in his patio. So a terrible, hard time for all of us. And I had him scheduled to be on May 18th. And I thank you, CJ, for bringing me in here just so I could kind of talk about him, because he's the one that got me on your hot seat and all that. So.
Yeah, he was. I remember that.
But I mean, Phil, his I don't know if there's ever anybody more optimistic than him, and just always a pleasure. He's like, well, Jeff, there's not much things that I do anymore that's in a hurry. I'm retired now. And I think that is Phil. I think he'd want all of us to try his mods. I mean, if anybody could tinker with a piece of equipment that's a good piece of good cooker, it was Phil. I mean, how many mods did he do in different styles to things? And and just watching him, and there's when he put that new in his oh God, I can't think of it right now, but the new basket for one of his cookers, and he didn't cut it quite right, and he goes, yeah, and this is Phil, measure twice, cut once. Well, it's just that type of stuff with him. It's just such a genuine good old boy, and he called himself a good old boy. I'm from the backwoods. I'm a good old boy. And he certainly was, and certainly still is. And I think everybody should be really happy that he did YouTube, because I think he spread his love and his personality out into the world because he did YouTube. So he's got a huge following, and he'll be very missed.
Right, sir. I couldn't agree with you more this afternoon. Company policy is cell phones on the toolbox. Well, I had it on my hip all afternoon, and I put on his mods playlist. And half the day I'm laying under a trailer and I'm watching it. The rest of the time I just got my earbuds on. I'm listening to it, and just hearing his voice, it's you can hear the smile he has on his face.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
when he's doing his videos, and it just, we're all going to miss him. We're going to miss his videos for sure. Seeing that smile. We were talking pre-show. watching him till the garden in his last video with his Crocs. Come on, who tills a garden in Crocs now?
Right.
Phil does. That's what Phil does.
Yeah,
So,
Cooking with Rye said something that he was envious of his garden, and I think a lot of people felt that way too.
oh yeah, definitely. So,
and he scaled it back this year. So, but I hope his neighbors can help out Janet and finish it off. You know, talking about his proud peppers, and they're standing proud and all that. You know, so I hope they can help her out and get that garden to be a very great harvest.
and he gave away a tip that he learned from his dad when putting a plant. You know, pulls it out of the small container. If you fill that hole half full of water, you'll never lose a plant.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Right, sir. I appreciate you coming on and sharing.
You bet, buddy. You bet.
You can hang out in the green room if you want, or we got people ready to jump in. So.
Yep. Get them in. Thanks, guys. And, you know, prayers to Jiff and Piff and Tiff and all the rest of the ifs out there. So
Piff Jr.
Yeah, Piff Jr. and all that. So
see, Mike from Everyday Barbecue and Cooking. What's up? Long's Quest, how you doing? So like I said, it's all Cooking with Rye. Appreciate y'all being here. I put the link to the stream in the chat. If you guys want to jump in, hang out in the green room, I could have up to 10 people in there. Ash Kicking Barbecue, welcome. Sweet Lou Calamides is in the house. Enzo, how you doing, man? All right, let's get the OG in here. There you go, Hobo. You're up. What's up, man?
First, I guess I'm not good at shit like this. You guys already know that.
Yeah.
Heavy Metal Barbecue, when I went and visited him a month ago, I actually gave him this bottle of Piff sauce. I just haven't opened it up yet. I've never tried it before, but I think it's in honor of Phil. We should do some sort of giveaway, preferably to somebody who's never had it before.
Right.
I actually ended up messaging out to a couple people the comment from Janet, and me and Baby Back Maniac were texting back and forth today, and I made a comment to him. I said, it's funny how you can have feelings for somebody that you've never met before. And
it's insane.
Yeah, it's like I'm sitting there at work. I'm like, I know Phil, but I don't know Phil. But why? Like, it's just a very weird experience. And I feel like if somebody can touch you that way and you've never met them, that means they're a good person. And I don't know what the right words are, but.
Yeah. Well, my thoughts is this is, I've always considered YouTube and social media as a hobby, not necessarily real life. People take it way too seriously. Whatever, the haters that are out there. But doing this every Thursday, and like I've probably told you 100 times, I thank you for letting me take this over from you. This is what the community is all about. And getting people in here and meeting good folks and having relationships with people that you've never met, but you still have a relationship with them. Anyone you could call me anytime, and you have a spot in my house. So it's tough to put that the right way, but this is. I'm having a hard time too, though. I don't know quite what to say to things like this, but
let me tell you a funny story, because I'm better at that than this. I remember after interviewing Pit Barrel Cooker, they wanted to send me a pit barrel, and I said I'd rather give it away on the hot seat. And I remember doing that drawing with the comment generator, whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah.
Hitting the button, and it comes up Phil In Florence. And if I was like Kent, I would have done a pen flip, but I can't remember the exact quote I said, but I believe it was, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Yeah.
That was the exact quote.
That was the quote.
Because I tell you what, I never brought it up to Phil. I never did. But back in the day, Hobo, when you gave that thing away, I put a comment in there. I said, oh, great. Phil's here. He's going to win. Phil messaged me back. He goes, Kent, if I win, it's yours. And I was like, you ain't giving me no damn cooker. Don't even start that. And then sure enough, he won. I'm like, are you shitting me? I mean, it was like, what, the 8th or 10th different giveaway he won in like a
insane.
It was nuts.
But guys, I appreciate the super shots. Jeff and John, carry on, Jeff and John. We're celebrating a YouTuber that lost his life this week. Our buddy Phil In Florence, passed on. So that's what we're doing tonight. Mad Horse, Brian from Mad Horse is here. Russ, Smoky Ribs, what's up, buddy? Big Lou's in the house, LT. Guys, if you want to donate, you can do super chats and shots and all that. We are raising money to give to their family tonight. I'm seeing your PayPal emails come through, but I'm not going to holler at everybody that sends me a PayPal. We'd be on here too long just talking about money. So,
hey, CJ, let me interrupt you.
All right.
Here's the deal, people. YouTube takes a certain percentage every super shot. This PayPal link doesn't take anything. So if you send $100, I don't know what the fucking cut is these days, but
33%.
YouTube's taking $33. If you send it through the PayPal thing,
send it through friends and family, and there's no fees taken at all. All right.
The only reason I put the $5.55 is I felt like in the beginning I felt like I have to make you fuckers drink because that's what I do.
That's what you do.
But I probably set a bad precedence by
you're the devil, dude. You're the devil lady's best friend. Oh, by the way,
hey, to quote my son, I was going to say his spawn child.
His spawn child, exactly. Tomorrow night, speaking of the devil lady, we're having her on. We're doing a little kind of special hot seat happy hour drinking thing tomorrow night. So hopefully that one's a little bit more fun, entertaining in there. James, you can't find me. The scroll at the bottom of the screen has the PayPal account, or click the link down below in the description. It should find you. But I do see them coming through. I appreciate it. I will be sending the money to Janet. Once everything's all collected and in, and so.
Hey, CJ, do me a favor, kick me out of here and ban me from the rest of the show.
I don't want to ban you.
Just from the stream, whatever the fuck it's called.
All right, later. All right, so let's bring in Kirby. Kirby wanted to come in and say a couple words.
Before Kirby jumps in, CJ, if anybody in the chat, if you would like Janet's address to send a card to, personally message me. I put it in a couple of our forums like Hot Seat Survivors and maybe one other one. If you're not part of that, get a hold of me. I'm not going to put it out there for the world to see, but if you want to send her a card for her and the family, actually, go to Phil's page, his YouTube channel. Watch his last gardening video. If you watched it once, do it again. Put a comment in there for Janet and the family. Scroll over to his About page, and it's on there. So that way we don't have to make it totally public, even though it's YouTube public.
Right.
So,
Tom Horseman, I see you. How you doing, sir? Little Art, Brian, welcome.
Hey, Brian.
Bruce. With the Joe, what link are you trying to drop, man?
Shit, I got your shirt dirty.
What's funny is
new shirt.
All right, I already won.
Yeah.
Joe, tell me what link it is.
StreamYard.
Oh, StreamYard. Okay. I have the blue shirt for the barbecue, and I have a big old stain on it, somewhere on there, and I can't get it out. But then I'm thinking, all the cooking we do outside is cooking and making a mess. What the hell? It's gonna be, I'm not going out to like fancy dinners without, with my barbecue shirt on.
Rock it. Just go with it.
I'll rock it. All right, there you go. What's up, Kirby? How you doing, buddy? You got a story about Phil, memory, anything like that?
And this is just weird, man. I was at work and I barely found out today. It's just unreal. Phil's always been. I don't know, man. It hit me, but it's just hasn't hit me yet. It's just crazy. I'm gonna buy a Ribbinator in memory of him, man. That's just crazy stuff, man.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, I see. Go ahead, man.
I just wanted to bring up Tim's comment down there.
Tim,
so
thank you, buddy. We obviously our condolences. We I think there's a few people that have met Phil, but he's touched all of us. He was such a good dude, and Kent and I have interviewed him on our show. We've had a great chat with him. He's been a part of all this stuff, and it's hard, for us not even in person meeting Phil. He's touched all of us, and he was such a good dude. So we could only imagine what you and the fan are going through. I wish we could take it away from you, but like I said, you touched a lot of people, so we're gonna share. All right, Kirby, go for it, bud. Sorry.
I just want to say, my condolences to Phil's family. Really, really sad time, especially all the crazy stuff that's been happening lately. This community is, a pretty solid community, and I've been lucky to meet a few people in this community, and it's just a blessing. But to hear one that's that has gone, it's pretty touching. I'm sorry. That's just rest in peace. Rest in paradise, and I hope the best for the family. I really don't know what else to say, man, but it's tough, man.
Yeah, definitely. All right, Kirby, you can hang out in the green room if you want. But we got a couple other people want to jump in.
There, guys.
Thanks, man.
Hey, CJ, one thing. I would have to go back through the mods playlist that I watched and listened to today of Phil, but on how many actual mods he did to that red Weber kettle he had. I want to say it was 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And you see him when he does the Tom Horseman leg extension, and he gives Tom all the credit on it.
Right.
And there he is in his workshop using a battery operated grinder. What's he wearing for shoes? Of course, his Crocs. I'm like, you're one crazy dude.
Phil's daughter Rhonda's in the chat. Thank you for being here, and again, our condolences to you and the fam. We can only imagine what you guys are going through. He touched us all greatly, and I don't know what more to say about that. There's nothing we can say to make it any easier, but I hope you would know that we all had a great affection and love for Phil, and
yes.
We're gonna celebrate him a little bit tonight. We're gonna have some chats, have some people come in that had experiences with Phil, and we are also raising money for the fam tonight. So I'll be sending something to Mom pretty soon. So, but thank you for being here. Let's see. I think Miss Booger's in here. This will probably be the second time she's cried on the hot seat. But let's get her in here.
Hold on. Just hold on, mister. Young lady on the bottom. So help me God. If you make me cry, I'm going to come stomp through your garden. I'm telling you, bud.
I'm going to try to hold it together and tell my Phil story. 2 of his kids are in the chat right now, so really hard. I think we all needed a Phil in our life, you know. Such a good guy.
Yeah.
He used to, I know him from the barbecue community. I'm going to try to hold it together. Sorry. But when he commented on my garden videos, I was like, are you a gardener too? And he's like, yeah. He goes, I just don't video it. I don't film it because, you know, I'm a cook on YouTube and, you know, not everybody wants to see that. I said, who's everybody? Like, Phil, you have so much knowledge. Just film it. This is about 2 years ago. And he was like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, everybody wants to know everything about Phil, not just this part, not just that part. So we had a few conversations about that. He was really hesitant about it because he didn't want the backlash of it. I'm so glad he did because he's so passionate in the stories that he shared when he was gardening. I wish I could have met him in person. I didn't have a dad, and I felt like he was dead. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
You're all right, Booger. You're all right, darling.
This is what this stuff is all about.
So,
Dan, I'm so sorry. And the kids, he affected a lot of us. All right.
All right. Are you ready to jump out, Miss Booth?
Yeah.
All right. I'll take you out. Thank you for sharing. I know it was tough. We love you. All right. Bill, I'm going to bring you in.
Perfect.
Bill, how you doing, buddy?
Yeah, no, it was, kind of on the thread of what Hobo was saying of not ever meeting anyone or, and I have met, quite a few YouTubers being in Texas, but never met Phil. He reached out to my channel when I was, 100 subscribers and gave me this explanation about being in a river and the river currents and how your channel will just grow and grow. It's like being in a river. And I'm sure he's probably used that same analogy with a lot of other smaller channels. But, I hadn't been doing videos for a long time. A lot of you guys know that I really got into competition cooking and, but Phil was one that stayed in touch with me, man. I mean, every single post I would put on Instagram, he was always there. Back to kind of Miss Booger. I don't cook a lot of things that I watch. If I watch on YouTube, I don't cook a lot, but I did do his collard greens. I did use his method to cut the collard greens, and I had those. Being from the South, my grandmother had passed away, and she always cooked collard greens. And as a kid, I always hated them. But seeing his video made me want to cook collard greens, and I did cook collard greens, and they were pretty good, So, I mean, it's just a special guy, and I saw it on Facebook, and I was almost mad, like how am I being alerted about this on Facebook? This is my first time to ever experience someone, passing away and seeing it in a Facebook post.
Right.
So, but yeah, he's definitely touched my life, and condolences to his family. Just wanted to say a few short words, CJ. So appreciate you doing this, buddy. Thanks, guys.
Thanks a lot, Bill. I appreciate it, man.
see you, Bill.
All right. Ken, you got anything you want to interject before I bring someone else in?
Go ahead.
No.
Go ahead. Bring someone in. It's, we're all going to have the same thoughts on, first of all, for Janet and the kids, the family.
Right.
And you are going to be, if anybody comes in here and says a bad word about Phil, they're lying.
Right.
We put it that way. I mean, there isn't a one of us, Phil hasn't helped us in some way with a comment or something. It sucks when the good ones leave too soon.
Yes, sir. I agree. All right. Let's do Hobo's giveaway. I'm gonna make this easy. I have my screen on top chat, and I swear to Christ, if you guys argue about some freaking shit in my chat tonight, I will ban you for life. But the first person I see that answers the question will get you Hobo will get you Pip's barbecue sauce. All right. And if you're a YouTuber, I would almost expect you to make a video about it. That's just my opinion. So real simple.
Toby.
No.
Oh.
And you have his sauce already. All right. 3. No, that's Jimmy Q's answer, so you would have lost.
Oh,
all
shit.
right. What does GIF stand for? Whoever I see first, get it in there. Janet in Florence. That's right. Mike from Everyday Barbecue, who's actually waiting in the green room right now. I'll bring him in right now. Mike,
hey.
Congratulations, Mike. You're a winner of a collector's item for sure.
Sorry, I had to unmute myself.
So,
I am going to be honored to do a video. I'm going to be honored to do a video for Phil.
Yeah. You have his hot sauce, but not the barbecue.
And I got a little bit of hot sauce left, and it's going to stay in there. It's not going to get used. That was my story for him. Is I saw his video when he made the sauce, and I commented on it, and I told him I'd love to get my hands on some of that. And within 5 minutes, I had an inbox message from him asking me for my address. And he would never take my money, he's just a good man. So, I mean, I didn't know him very well, but I'll say that, we all have our friends and enemies out here. Some of us have more friends than enemies, and some of us are on the other side of that. Phil's probably the one guy in our community that I don't think had any enemies. And that says a lot about him. So I'm pleased to have known him for, and communicated with him on whatever level I did for whatever time I did. And condolences to his family on behalf of a lot of us, that I've talked to today, Ballistic Barbecue and Justin. And so he's going to be missed by the community, and he's going to be missed by his family. And that's it, man.
Yeah, I think we all, feel that way. But I'm glad, you're able to have some memories with them, and I'm sure everybody else is too.
When I tighten up this cap real good on this sauce, so I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep that sauce in there for as long as it'll stay. Nobody's going to eat it. I'm not letting anybody get at it.
Yep. Keep that tag, not sad. We're celebrating the life of a good friend. It's true. We are celebrating Piff tonight. The sadness I feel is not for Phil. I feel it for his family. Hobo said he'll deliver the barbecue sauce to you personally so he can try it too. That would be one hell of a collaboration right there.
That sounds good to me.
Phil bringing people together for sure. Mike, if you want to hang out in the green room, feel free. But I'm going to bring Joe in, let him say a couple words. So I'm going to take you out, Mike. Thank you for being on.
Hey, Mike.
Take care.
Joe, you're in.
Yo, I was just reading some of the messages that Phil would send me on Messenger on Facebook, and I got to tell you that, I don't think I can say anything that hasn't been said already.
Right.
But Phil was an extremely happy person, and I think that he would definitely appreciate what we're doing for him now. But I don't. The thing that I want you guys, that I think that I want to say is, it sucks that he passed. Yes.
Hold on,
Hold
Joe.
on. We have Phil's wife.
Oh wow.
Janet. We don't have to tell you what a great guy your husband was. So thank you for allowing us to do this tonight.
Yes.
Thank you for answering my message. I just prayed that you had time to answer with everything going on. So thank you very much, Janet.
Yeah. For more or less held this together up until now. So, Johnny, we all love Phil. I love teasing him about the real USC, and that's really the only thing I remember right now. He was a South Carolina boy. I'm a Southern California boy, so it was fun to mess with him, and on his videos or even on the hot seat, I had to make sure that he was wearing his USC hat and got him halfway liquored up with his wine. So that was fun. Gamecock Phil, go Cox, exactly. I mean, we all know who the real USC is, but if I had University of South Carolina hat, I would rock it for him. But sorry, Jenny. If there's anything we can do, please don't hesitate to call any of us, Kent, myself. You don't know us, but we feel like we know you, and we would do anything for you. So, all right, Joe, continue with what you're saying, bud.
Yeah, one thing that I want to say is Phil was a very happy man. He loved his family. He loved all of us. He may have not have ever told us that, but he supported our channels, and I think he's a prime example of what all of us should be. Support each other, be there for each other, leave good comments, good heartfelt comments, not BS. Right. And I think if all of us were half the man that Phil was, this world would be definitely a better place for all of us. But Phil was a very happy man, and I think that he would appreciate what we're doing for him now. But I think that he would also be a little upset that we're all sad. Okay. Because he was such a happy man. And, I know I feel for the family, Jen, I'm sorry, and the kids that are in the chat. But he was a very happy man. And I want to just tell you guys to support each other, be there for each other. And, I love all of you guys. I don't know you guys, but, I feel like I do. And I think that we all felt the same way about Phil. It's like we all knew him, even though we didn't know him. And, don't wait until it's too late. Tell each other how you really feel about each other. Be nice to each other. Be kind to your family. Support the hell out of your football team, even though it's USC. And, love your wife, love your family, share your food. Janet, thanks for sharing with Phil with us. And thanks for supporting him in this crazy hobby that we're all in of cooking. And, I just wish, like everybody in this chat, I wish that I had met Phil, because he was definitely a gentleman and somebody that really supported all of us. And, that's all I want to say. He did remake one of my videos, the sausage shots, I think he called it, and shared it with his family. And, he reached out to me and said, hey, I'm going to use your idea. And I said, go ahead, man. I mean, it was an honor at that point because, this was over a year ago. I was really nobody on YouTube, and I'm still a small channel, but he really supported my channel regardless of the size of the channel. But again, guys, it is a sad deal. But let's be happy that he got to share of his life, portion of his life with us, and now he's got the library of cooks, and I'm sure that we're all going to be watching his cooks. And I love to see him cook and tinker, and I mean the guy was good at what he did, and he had a really big heart. So that's all I want to say. But just support each other, guys. Don't hate. Support everybody. Leave good comments. Be kind to each other. Everything that Phil did. Phil is a prime example of what a YouTuber should be.
Very well said, Joe.
And we're all set for sure.
Joe, I'm going to take you out. Feel free to stick around if you want, man.
Yep.
Rhonda put in there, Dad would want you to tell funny stories about him. So,
I think my story about USC is very funny, but that's just me personally. The Crocs. I've never owned a pair of Crocs in my life, but man, they look comfortable.
Neither have I, because they don't. I can't find them big enough around here.
I think they're and then people dig the Crocs. All right, Chef Johnny's in the chat. Let's throw him in there.
There you go,
Chef Johnny. How you doing, sir?
Hey, I'm doing. I hope we do. Y'all know out here in the boonies, my internet's best. I ran outside and got on satellite with the phone, so hopefully it'll not break up on us. But Phil, and I think everybody has to say, well, super guy, and the joy was his smile. But I remember when he first came on the scene, he was little bitty on his channel, and he had retired and was looking for something kind of fun to do, and he was like, hey guys, I don't know nothing about videoing, and I think we had to tell him to turn his camera sideways, something like that. But he said, but I'm going to learn it, and I tell you what, you go and look at his videos now. He dang sure learned it.
Mm-hmm.
He was bound and determined to step into a generation that he wasn't probably real familiar with, and again touched a lot of people's hearts. Lewis posted something up today, and I saw it, and I think I immediately got hold of Bill over at Chicken Fried and a couple of other people, and I'm like you are, CJ. I was broken down, said something in the YouTube or the Hot Seat Survivors and about Ori. Dad got me and Ori, I guess, are the two old guys on the block now.
Yeah.
And
Ken's getting up there too, but
Hold on. Okay. Rhonda said they want good stories. Excuse me, Chef, but Phil Jr. put in the chat. He had to have passed out on a video at least once. A simple fart made Dad laugh every time.
and that's true because and I keep trying to tell this to Mrs. CJ that flatulence equals laughter, and I guess you live that way.
All right.
They don't. Yeah, girls don't understand that, do they?
They don't understand that part.
CJ, Tim also put in the chat, Crocs are all we wear in South Carolina. Y'all need to try them for PIF.
Hobo said the same thing. Happy Crocs life or something. I saw the hashtag. Guys,
hey, nothing wrong with Crocs, man. You know me. I go out on Crocs, my swimming trunks, and my hat. Still in the summertime around here. I'm a big Croc fan, But I was excited today, and for the kids that are still in there. When I saw Janet's post about Phil's faith in Jesus Christ, and I know I try to keep no religion and this and that, but I don't think you can separate Phil from that. That was part of who Phil was. And the cool thing is, and my wife came in and my son, and I was sitting in the kitchen crying, today, and I just I said, there's a guy on YouTube passed away. I said, I've never met him, ever. I said, I've visited with him and I've chatted with him and I watch his videos. I said, but you know what, Lib? His wife just posted up about his faith in Christ. So someday I'm going to meet him again, or I'm going to meet him in person. I'm going to shake his hand. And I'm going to give him a big hug. And I'm telling him how much I love that Southern accent he's got.
Yeah.
And the smiles he put on my face and everybody else's. But if you're a person of faith, you understand the comfort that is there in a time of loss. Yeah. And I saw that about his family, and so I was very excited for that. Having lost my dad 25 years ago, Daddy was 70, so he was a year older than what Phil is now, and he's been dead for over 25 years now. And to know that someday I'm going to see that man again, maybe him and Phil will go sit down and talk about me a little bit.
Yes, sir.
That's who I became, but it's tough. And I guess now that I'm older, you know what? I was with my cousin at one of my aunt's funerals the other day, and I said, "Well, man, Larry, we ain't got but one aunt left. They're all gone." And he looked at me and goes, "Yeah, we're next." But Phil was a good guy. He put a lot of smiles on faces, and our tears for Phil are tears of joy because of his faith and the faith that I have, and I hope that all of y'all do have or gain, is that someday we're going to meet him again because of the mercy and the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ and the free gift of salvation that he's given us. And that, you turned me off now. I've said kind of what I want to say, but thank you, Phil, for that. Janet, our prayers are with you and Timothy and Rhonda and little Phil and the whole family. I know Phil's touched a bunch of lives, and my family is in prayer for them. Very much so.
Very much, Chef.
Yes, sir.
That's it.
All right, Chef. I'll take you out. You want to hang out, but I'm going to take you out of the main screen right now.
Yeah, that's fine. You're good.
All right. Well said, Chef. We got a couple of people in the chat. One of them that just joined in is Ricky from the meat stall.
Yes, hi,
Ricky. Siren's in there too?
No, I said hi, Ricky.
Oh, hi, Ricky. Oh, sorry. I'm getting deep from my old age. Bruce, Food for Men in there. Chris from Eastwood Farms, Billy Champ Barbecue. What's up, buddy? Guys, I appreciate all the super chats. We're not really doing shots tonight because if we did, we wouldn't make it through this.
We'd be an absolute mess.
Yeah, we're already trying to hold back tears. You add some boost to that, it's downhill fast. All the super shots, chats, whatever, will get included in the donations. But YouTube takes their fair share out of all this. They take like 33% in taxes and all that jazz. So if you have a PayPal account and you can do it and you want to do it, no one's forcing anybody to do anything. But if you would like to use the PayPal, I've gotten several donations already. I'm not going to come up with a total. I'm not going to shout people out who did it. This is what people want to do to give to the family. This isn't, recognize me kind of time. This is just like, let's do something nice for the family.
Yeah, this has everything to do with Phil's family and nothing to do with YouTube marketing or any social media. So,
and if you're just tuning in, you're new into the chat. We're celebrating Phil Rogers' life. Phil from Phil In Florence, great member of the YouTube Cooks community, and so that's why you're not seeing normal one guest talk, whatever, and not a normal kind of format. But we're having a lot of people come in here and say their thoughts. So I'm gonna bring Phil from Daddy Cooks. He's gonna come in, and then I see Justin from Baby Back Maniac. I see him in the green room. We'll bring him in a minute. So Phil Riddick, not Phil Rogers. How you doing, buddy? Hello, my name is Awesome.
Yes, because my name's Phil, and we're celebrating Phil. Can y'all hear me?
Exactly.
Yes,
all right,
you sound great.
In my career, I'm not a big crier. I've seen a bunch of crazy stuff doing what I do. So I do feel bad, and my heart and prayers go out to the Rogers family. But we're here to celebrate Phil. Because you know what that man just did? He finished this game. He just won. He doesn't have to put up with this nonsense that we still got to play with right now. So good job, Phil. He did what he needed to do, took care of his family, and he doesn't have to play this game anymore.
Yes,
Proud of the man. I'm happy for the man. Sad for the family, but this ain't no time for tears. It's time to go forward. It's time to go forward. All right, guys. What to say about Phil? I knew Phil before he was Piff. About 3 years ago is when he started that channel. I remember watching, shoot comments back and forth, encouraging him thanking me and stuff like that. So I remember Phil before he was Piff. I didn't know him, but I knew him. I didn't meet him, but I met him, if that makes any sense. In this community, guys, we reach out to each other all the time. We get to know each other. Shoot, I got two of my brothers on the screen right now. I never met them. I miss Piff. I miss Phil. Hurt my feelings when I found out.
Yeah.
All right. But this isn't the time to be sad. It's the time to move forward. Support the family. I'm going to send my donation in. I just want to say that I'm kind of short-winded. I talk a lot when I'm talking crap, but this kind of screws me up when people are sad. I love you like cook food. You guys be careful. Piff, wherever you are, man, do wonderful things up there because you did wonderful things down here.
Exactly.
Amen.
All right,
Thanks.
Hey, thank you, Phil. I'm gonna take you out and hang out in the green room if you want, but I'm gonna take you out of the main screen. Thank you. All right, Justin, I'm bringing you in. You ready to come in? Make sure you do your hair, your makeup. You look good. All right,
Hey guys.
Justin, Maniac.
Welcome, Jason.
Jason's here.
How are you guys? What a crazy. I've cried 3 times today about this. I think we all have. Isn't it crazy? Like, what is the beeping I'm hearing? Is that I'm hearing beeps over and over again. Is that the website? You guys aren't hearing it
on our end or anything like that.
Okay, I didn't know if you were trying to get a hold of me. Can y'all think of anybody that this could have happened to that would have affected more people? The man's life, man, his legacy, like he like one of the things I loved about Phil's videos, I loved his modifications. I loved seeing his face. But it was his enthusiasm and his excitement over figuring out how to grill in the bottom of a Weber Smoky Mountain or attach a thermometer from a magnetic arm but I mean, even more than that, like his family, man, it was his family. Like that's what I loved about that guy's channel. You could see it. You could see it in how he interacted with his wife. You could and his kids and his grandkids. And I mean that guy. I think everybody who knew him felt like, man, if I just lived on the East Coast near him, I could be friends with him. And I mean, he had that appeal, that universal appeal. And I found that channel early on. I gave him a shout out pretty early on. I think it was like the first 20 or 30 subscribers. And he got so excited that every time somebody followed him, he would send me a note. And the note went like this. He'd say, and you could hear it. You could hear it in his voice. He'd type it out. He'd go, I just told Janet, hey, Janet, we got 35. and then a couple hours, hey, I just told Janet we got 37. And his enthusiasm and his excitement. And I love that guy, Yeah. It was infectious and wonderful. And man, this is a big loss, I think I don't want to I want to tell the family, first off, if y'all are still watching, I just want to tell you how much I love that guy. I think he was a wonderful human being, and I think that his love for you guys was evident. Also, his realness as a human being. Like I have a feeling, like because he's older, you kind of, I think his kids are about my age. You kind of look at him and you're like, he's kind of a father figure, but I also think like if I lived near him, we'd get in a lot of trouble together. And it's probably a good thing he has Janet to keep him out of jail sometimes. And I mean that in the best possible way. I mean, there's just the way I got hooked on the guy was he did this caveman steak video where he actually acted like a caveman. Do y'all remember this?
Yeah.
Anybody remember this video? The part that made me laugh so hard because he was playing the part of Uga Cook, Uga. And then right in the middle of it, Uga farted. And he just started laughing. So, I mean, I see what they mean. Like the guy never met a fart joke he didn't like. I can totally see that. And I don't know. I just think he was just a wonderful guy. And I don't know. I was thinking about this. One of the things when my dad passed away a couple years ago, year and a half ago, I guess. One of the things that I didn't expect was how much the comments on Facebook. My dad worked for a Chick-fil-A in Little Rock, Arkansas. It was just kind of his retirement job. And one of the things that we found was on Chick-fil-A's website, on that store's website, when they announced that my dad had died, customers started talking about him and talking about how much they loved him and how much they missed him and how that was the only reason they went to that Chick-fil-A and all this stuff. And I was just thinking, you know what, it might be cool if those of us who film in a lot too, if we went to his last video and left a note, just something that the family could have in perpetuity that they could see. Like, and I think to make it easy on him, just do it on that last video that he put up this week. So they can always have that to look back on it. I don't know if you guys are down with that or if that's something you want to do or not, but us saying it today, there's a good chance they may not make it back to this, but they could go back and see those forever. I don't know. Just a thought. Having that was really nice.
That's perfectly fine.
And it'd be appropriate since we're YouTube friends with him. It's appropriate to kind of do it on his YouTube. I mean, what we can make comments not suck for once. We could actually make it be a blessing.
Sure. A lot of people have done that already. Alton, the Dark Lords, put $100 in the chat. Thank you for that. Like I said, if you guys can't do PayPal, feel free. We'll work it out. Janet was in the chat and said he always thought the best of you, Justin. I'm paraphrasing, but
thank you, Janet. I appreciate that.
Go ahead, Ken. I see you putting your finger up.
Edward Rogers, which is Phil's little brother by 6 years, is also in the chat. He says he was what you saw him. He was real. What you saw about my brother was real, is what Ed put in the chat about his older brother. So,
and I feel like an ass because for a whole hour of the show, I forgot I did this earlier.
Oh no!
There we go.
There we go.
So we got.
There it is. You had one job, TJ.
Obviously, this is a bit harder for me. I did this real quick. I set up the new show real quick earlier. I set this up, and then we got rolling in, and I totally forgot. But he's with us, so this is how he's going to be with us right now. So
there's one guy I know, CJ, that would love to come into the chat.
Who would that be?
Because he'll fall apart.
Who's that?
And that's our favorite whipping boy,
Charlie.
Pickles. Yeah, Pickles.
Yeah.
Pickles said, he's been saying all day how much he looked up to Phil and everything, and I think we all did, and that they would discuss peppers and hot sauces a lot because not a lot of people know Charlie's dabbling with his own hot sauces and stuff. So, Charlie, there's your little shout out, since I know you want to be on, but I understand why you can't.
Yeah, for sure. I'm going to keep putting the link into the chat. If you guys want to come in, it's really easy to get the StreamYard or get to the chat, or sorry, to get to the live stream. So if you'd like to come in and say a few words, go ahead. If not, I'm not going to think bad of you. No one else will think bad of you. I'm sorry I have my microphone right here and you hear me sniffling the whole time, but it is what it is. I mean, we're an hour into this thing and it's flown by. And,
Yeah, crazy.
Smoking Joe's Pit Barbecue says, let's do a giveaway. The first person to donate $100 once we announce it. All right, so there's the giveaway. 5 Victory Lane prices. So I will refresh my if you want to do it via this, you can. If you want to do it PayPal, go ahead. Guys, it's nothing you have to do. It is greatly appreciated, but again, it's not expected. But we did want to send a little something to Janet and the family. Hopefully it helps with any costs they incur on the way, dealing with this. If not, they could have a big old barbecue for Piff. So
Gary,
thanks for coordinating that.
Yeah.
GT's Barbecue says we need to do a Piff collab.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Lou, I see you in the green room. Just hang out. I'll bring you in a sec. That's what that was on my notes here.
Flip me for reading your notes from 2,200 miles away. Go ahead, do it.
You want a pin flip? I've been waiting my whole life for this right now. You ready? Oh, man, it felt good. I just pin flip can't. That need to flips me off. Perfect. Guys, we are going to we're going to do a collaboration, and in honor of Phil, give me and Kent the weekend to think about it and what hashtag and what we're going to. Oh, go ahead, Kent. Sorry.
The hashtag, we'll work that out later.
Yeah.
I think what everybody needs to do is go back through Phil's Cooks, find your favorite recipe Phil did, and do it on whatever you have. If you don't have the WSM, you have something else, do it on that.
All right.
Booger. Okay, air fryer. Gotcha.
We got Hobo just put $100 in there for the pin flip. All right, Joe, there's your winner.
Go pick out your favorite Piff and or GIF recipe.
Okay. Should the hashtag be Phil In Florence?
Well, Booger tells me to shut up.
Nice.
I used to love her.
Why? That sounds good to me.
The hashtag for Phil's thing, and you we're almost by. Let's just figure it out right now. We got nothing better to do, right? How about by May 2nd? It's a Saturday. That gives us 2 weeks. Is that enough time for everybody to put together?
Hey, look at Stevens.
Huh?
Steven and Jacqueline. Hashtag in honor of Phil.
Well, I was almost thinking Phil In Florence might get better because it would drive people to his channel too.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just keep it hashtag Phil In Florence. All right.
Just like what's on the screen.
What's on the screen. Is everybody okay with 2 weeks? May 2nd basically gives us 2 weeks. May 9th, anybody? Speak up.
Give them till
I'll
the
get to it eventually.
All right. May 9th.
It takes me 2 weeks to make a video.
I was gonna say you put a little effort in yours. All right, so here's the deal. Hashtag Phil In Florence. You're gonna replicate one of his cooks or one of Janet's cooks, and May 9th will be the release date or thereabouts. Work for everybody. Yes.
It's a great idea.
Thank you. All right. Anybody want to answer? Just fucking answer. All right. We'll bring it up the next hot seat too, and we'll go with that. So hashtag Phil In Florence. I'm gonna put Hobo's comment up on the screen just for you, Justin. Justin, look at the screen, boy.
What's that?
Look at the
Justin,
screen.
they should do. Yeah, you definitely should do one on the slow-ins here. Yeah. I mean, do you really need one?
Don't have one. So there you go.
All right, so there it is. All right. Hashtag Phil In Florence, a video replicating something he's cooked. May 9th will be the day we release it or thereabouts. And it's just the way on the screen in Florence. Is that okay with everybody? Does it make sense? All right.
Makes sense.
Hold on. Do you want to use his actual channel name?
Yeah. Is that IN?
Instead of the letter N? Because that letter N in the middle really gets Mr. Smoky Goodness pumped because it looks like a Nebraska N. And
All right. So I'm sorry. Spell it out, the channel name. Phil In Florence. Cool. All right. Cool. Enough about that. Justin, you have anything else you want to add?
No, just I think it's cool you're doing this. I think it's cool that in spite, I really liked what Phil had to say. Other Phil, you know, he's run the course. You know, pray for the family, and you know, I can say from experience that it never goes back to being normal, but it does get better. And you'll look back on, especially with a guy like Phil, with such a great sense of humor and such an energy about him. I think my headphones just went dead, so that was that noise I was hearing. But I'm gonna finish this real quick. I think with a guy like that, eventually you'll find that your sadness turns into memories of him doing silly and funny and exciting things and that'll bring you comfort at some point. But I can't hear you guys anymore, so I'm outie. Thanks for having me on, CJ.
Thanks, buddy.
Hey, why don't you, CJ, repost the link? We have somebody that Phil and Janet hosted a while back.
All right. Is that Red?
Mr. Red himself. Yes, sir.
Red, if you can, jump in that, buddy. All right. We're going to bring in the guy we're pronouncing his name wrong for the last 2 years.
Sweet Lou.
Sweet Lou.
CJ, listen.
Did I say it wrong?
I now say my name like that. So
Lou Calamidi's in the house.
No, guys, I really appreciate you guys doing this. I just learned of this by coming on here, and the thing with Phil, like Justin said, you guys said, like, get a mod for everything. And like I'm thinking about doing something in my WSM. I'm thinking about hanging ribs. So I typed in a rib rack last night, and I brought me a Phil. And it's like I was like watching his videos all night. You know, he had a mod for, and he was just such a passionate guy. You know, like you just got the vibe that this is who he was. You know, like what you saw is the person he was, and it just. Like my heart just goes out to his whole family because like it just the recurring theme is, you know, I never, it's like we've never met, but we all have met him. And it just, you know, there's no words, you know, it's just crazy.
Yeah, man.
It's just a crazy thing.
It's tough, and you know, I think Ricer, you know, he's still in the green room. He was saying that he was chatting with them Monday or Tuesday, and who would have known? You know, that's
right.
That's you know, that's why I'm big in saying I love you, you know, to my family and friends anytime I talk to them. because you never know when it's gonna be the last time. So make sure you guys remember that don't let something petty be the last conversation. Or don't, even if you're mad, I still love you, but I'm gonna kick your butt later. Don't let that be the last thing that you have to live with it, right? So I wanted to share a couple pictures of Phil. I sent him a hat. He rocked it, and I got to share the difference in the two pictures he sent me. All right, so we'll see if we can get this. All right, so there's Phil rocking a Cooking with CJ hat, looking all smart and debonair, right? And then
Don't tell the next one.
And then this is the next one.
Yep. I loved it when he
turned it sideways, had it up. That's what you kind of get with Phil. You get that funny, that vibe, and that's a good dude right there. And I'm so glad that he sent those pictures to me. Obviously, I'm glad I sent him a hat. He came and graced our hot seat and had great conversations. And
and his phone went out. Remember that? His phone, his computer went out. He did it by the phone, man. He could talk. Oh man,
yeah,
that was funny, man.
So Lou, it sucks. This is the first time I get you on my show.
Yeah, no, man. Nah, I don't want to be on here long. I want everyone to say what they got to say.
We got other people in the green room. I just wanted you to get in the chat.
Yeah.
We'll get you. I definitely want to chat with you some more, brother.
All right, cool. I appreciate it. Thank you.
You've been a huge supporter of all of ours, and now you're in the YouTube game. So
you guys inspired me. You guys did it, But
if you want to find Sweet Lou's channel, put it in there and make sure you're subscribed. A future guest.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Appreciate you,
guys. Take care. Stay safe, everybody.
All right, cheers.
Yeah, Lou.
All right, I'm gonna bring Pickles is in the chat. I'm gonna let him talk real quick, and then Red will get you in there. Right? Give me a thumbs up. Okay. All right, Charlie. This is the first time you can be on, and we're not gonna time you out, buddy. So, say what's on your mind, dude.
Man, golly. I can't talk about him. I just talked to him on Monday.
Well, Charlie, we know how much
he was such a good dude and such a supporter and everything else. Like, he's a good dang dude. And golly, I felt sorry for his family. And dang, brother. Like Kent was saying, I've talked to him lately about hot sauces and stuff, because I love that stuff. And it was a running joke. I was like, when are you gonna send me your sauce, Biff? He was like, ain't gonna happen. But I used to talk to him like every other week or so. He was always just the nicest guy of all time. And yeah, I don't know. I've been falling apart all day long.
Tell me something. Hey, does this
just thinking about him?
Yeah,
because he was a good dude.
There, I got something that'll cheer you up and bring you
him up at the grocery store, and be like, "What are you doing, Phil?" I'm just going grocery shopping. I was like, "All right, what are you getting?"
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
he'd be at the hardware store or something. Like, all right, what are you getting, man? And then it was like, "No, you love your Weber Smoky Man. I do too." And then Janet sides are the best thing of all time, for sure. And I used to make fun of her for that too, because I was like, Janet sides are better than your stuff too. You make junk. Janet sides are 10 times better. And he'd be like, I know they are. And then he always like smile and like have like a twinkle in his eye.
For sure.
Dude, like, I mean, he was like, he basically looked like a Papa Christmas. He had like a twinkle in his eye, like always a big old smile. Yeah, and thanks for not kicking me off because he did mean a lot to me.
Yeah, man, dude.
All right, Charlie.
It's all in fun, Charlie. You know we love you.
I know.
It's I was gonna bring you back old memories from when you were on.
Yeah, oh, please don't. Yeah, don't do that.
All right, Charlie. I'm gonna drop you out. Get right in here.
Yeah, no worries.
All right, thanks for coming on, man.
See you, Pickles.
Red, how you doing, boo?
I'm doing good, man. How are you guys doing?
Fabulous. It's been a minute since we've seen you in the live chat with us. Thank you for being here, man.
It sucks how we got to come together like this.
Yes. Before we get into this, though, I believe our brother Red here, for all his work he's been doing on the weekends, got a little shout out from Secretary of State. Is that correct, Red?
I did. It's official. The U.S. Secretary of State gave me a shout out.
Man, that's amazing.
That's awesome, brother. Hey, what you're doing is great, and keep it up as long as you can, man.
Give me a small glass.
It's great making that kind of impact on your community.
Thank you
Red,
so much.
Red's pouring a shot. Hold on, Red.
We got Jefferson's Ocean, aged at sea.
Red, you've been inspiring for sure, man.
Thanks, guys. You know, it's one of those things where I feel as though you're doing what your heart is telling you to do, and I feel overwhelmed with joy that I get to do what I'm doing. I tell you what, first week I took everything I had and I didn't spare any expenses. And from that point on, the rest of the community has chipped in. So other than my hard work and the work of the volunteer team,
right.
It's been on the community. We've raised, last week we served 650 people and raised $5,000 in 3 hours.
That's awesome.
Wow.
And
wow.
Every week is going up.
Red, I don't know if you can see the chat or not, but Janet Rogers put great work, Red.
Thank you, Janet. I love you so much. You're such an amazing person, and having gotten to meet you and share a Chili's meal with you. And I was talking about it with the boys today and the family as we were driving up from Disney. We got the opportunity to hang out with Piff and Jiff. And that was one of the highlights of the trip, because he gave me like 2 boxes of what was it? Sauces and all these other things that he created, and also local stuff that he's like, hey, I love this, I love this, I love this. Man, the man would give you the shirt off his back just to show you his love, you know, for you as a person. And I don't think it's unique to me. I think it would have been for any one of us. I think I just happened to have driven by at that time, but I know he loved everybody in this group. You know, that's the kind of heart he has. And so I think that's why we're all here gathered, celebrating his memory. And it's going to be really nice. You know, like on Red Force One this weekend, on one of my TV screens will be a little tribute for him.
Right on.
Oh, awesome.
Cheers.
Cheers, Red.
I got to tell you, Red, you're what you've been doing is inspiring me. On Easter, the day before Easter, I did a bunch of barbecue, and then I took it to a bunch of friends and family that, you know, weren't going nowhere, didn't have their family around them. I have a buddy of mine that, you know, doesn't have a girlfriend, and couldn't hang out with his buddies.
Yeah.
You know, we brought him some dinner, and you know, it's a, you know, you want to give, you want to do right. I felt compelled. I don't have a place to set up. I don't have a Red Force one, whatever. But it's every little bit you can do to help out your community is a huge deal. And when I saw you doing what you're doing, it felt me, you know, I felt compelled to do a little something that I could around here. And, you know, so thank you for that and continued success. And anytime you want to come back on here and talk about that and, you know, in probably a much better setting and a lot more booze, you know, we can definitely set that up again for sure. Anytime you're ready. Janet said Phil loved people. He was so much like his dad. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's just amazing what a great, you know, I keep saying what a great dude he is and or, you know, and that's so the California coming through. You know, he's a good dude. And that's how
he's a good dude.
He's a good dude, and that's how I describe people.
I think that's a great word for him because, you know, man is one thing, but Piff was the dude. He was like the guy you would love to hang out, even though he was your father figure and he was your mentor and he always supported you. He was like your man. He was your go-to. He was the guy that would compliment you, and that's why when I screenshotted his last comments on my couple of posts, you know, those really rang true to me and before any of this negative thing happened where he passed. So that is his heart in general, and man, he's such a pure man, and he, like Janet said, he knew where he was going. He knew it, and so you know, it's unfortunate that like we here don't have somebody like that anymore. But at the same time, I feel as though a lot of people may have gained an angel. So,
you know, Red, I always looked at Phil as the fun uncle, the guy you always wanted to hang out with.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it was. You know, you got dad over here, your own dad that can, you know, he can lay the whooping on you if you need it. But then you got Phil, the fun uncle who everybody wanted to hang out with.
Yeah, I think Papa Texas put it perfectly. We watch Phil's videos because we can see ourselves hanging out with him, and I think it's very true.
And it didn't matter if he was barbecuing or if he was in his garden and he was doing, you know, gardening.
Right. So, I mean, I guess that's my. Papa said he called him Uncle Phil sometimes. Yeah, but you know, and CJ with the pictures you showed earlier, the straight up pick and then the fun pick with the hat. Yeah, great dude, right there, dude. So, Brian Way is in there, and if I remember right, Brian is soon to be part of the family, officially. If I'm wrong, Brian, correct me, please. So, see, now we're getting better. The fun's coming out.
I think the booze is kicking in.
Fun. There you go. Yeah, Brian is Rhonda's fiance.
Yeah. Okay, I see. Well,
that's awesome.
Congratulations.
Yes. What's the big day you guys have? Is this one of them long-term deals, or do you guys have a date set?
I was gonna say, like, you know, with the social distancing stuff right now, I've been seeing like Zoom ceremonies. If that's
really,
like pads in the seats and stuff like that. It's pretty interesting.
Cuomo of New York put that through, and he said, "Now there's no excuse not to get married, people," because he made Zoom weddings legal in the state of New York.
I don't know much more to say or do.
Hold on, put Booger's comment on the screen. it's lengthy, but
we can say that not one person anything to say about it, Phil. If there was, send them my way. I'm going to go through menopause. I'm going through menopause. I'm not afraid to bite some ankle.
Booger's amazing.
That's awesome. All right, Brian said as soon as the COVID's over, we're going to have a wedding. All right. Barbecue wedding. Sorry, barbecue wedding.
There you
Nice. I'll come down. I'll bring Red Force One down.
Dude, that'd be awesome.
Shit, I'll come out and be your dishwasher for that.
Yeah, seriously. I will fly out there and be a part of that any day, man. That would be.
We can do that. If you guys want to set that up, we can
that would
do
be
that.
freaking amazing. So, not putting you guys on the spot, Rhonda and Brian, but if you need somebody, we all got your back.
Yep.
We can push through a lot of barbecue.
And I'll make sure that I can taste it all for you before it goes out there to make sure it's all quality controlled. If there's anybody else, we're an hour and a half into this. If there's anybody else that would like to jump on and, say something, I'm going to put the link one more time in the chat. It's real easy to get through on StreamYard. You just click on it and give, you could be on your phone, allow the camera and microphone, and you just jump right in. It's really easy. So if you'd like to come on, feel free. If not, again, we understand. This was a very hard for Kent and I to do, and you guys have made it a lot easier on us. So thank you. We got Todd in there. Red, can I put you in the green room? Just hang out. We'll chat afterwards, but hang out.
Sounds good. Absolutely.
All right. Let's get Todd in here.
Oh, shit.
Let's Phil. Todd.
How you doing, guys?
Cheers. Welcome.
All right. Cheers.
It's to the top.
Are you doing the Texas shot? Why are you trying to hurt yourself?
For Piff.
Ouch.
Piff understands.
Wow. That's a big shot.
I'm not doing it all tonight, but CJ, or all in one shot.
Oh, my goodness.
There you go. Hi, Todd. Hi, Sassy.
Nice.
How are you?
Drunk.
Wish we could meet under better circumstances.
Yes, sir. I agree. We all do.
Yeah, I was kind of looking forward to Phil's progress on his garden. We garden a lot in the house, and I think his last video was him tilling his football-sized garden.
Yeah.
And I want
I never got any of his hot sauce. I was talking to him about his chilies.
Deb never got any of his hot sauce, but we wanted to see a full season of his garden, start to finish. I think the world lost a really great guy and really fun guy, and I never got to get that close to him, but
we watched him.
His chilies, were off the hook, and we're big chili fans.
Right on.
And it sucks, but now there's motivation, and I'm gonna go probably watch every single one of his videos now and go back and look and really get to know him a little bit better, and just remember him that way.
We'll make one of his dishes.
I don't know what else to say. He's we lost a good man, and fast, tragically. It just kind of reminds us all that one day you're kicking and strapping, the next day you can be gone. So you got to live this life every day like it's your last day, and enjoy every minute of it. I think just learning that, maybe that's how Phil would want us to remember him, is just live every day like it's our last, and don't look back.
Yeah.
So.
Well, thank you, Todd. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you coming on. I'm going to drop you out we have another guest in the green room that I think we all want to talk to and hear from. So Todd, thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, dude.
Hi, Todd. Sass.
All right. Piff Jr., nice to meet you.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, dude.
Hi, Todd. Oh,
turn down your TV or whatever it is.
that's the replay.
Yeah, I'm on delay.
Turn down your
Yeah, Phil, if you have two tabs open.
Oh, turn down the TV.
Yeah, turn down the TV, and don't look at it while you talk to us.
Okay. I have to put my phone down, I guess. No, I've got to keep my phone on because it's got the camera
the
on.
phone is what we're talking to right now.
All right.
All right, so don't look at the TV; it'll throw you off. It's 8-second delay.
Okay, so look at the phone.
Look at the phone. You're talking to us right now, man.
I got you.
Thank you for coming on, man. We weren't really expecting.
Hey,
you.
here's Rhonda and Brian.
Right on. Congrats, guys.
Yes, congratulations. And like has been said before with the group and everything, wish we could meet under better circumstances.
Yeah.
But you know, there ain't a person in this chat on this stream tonight that did not look up to your father and what he's done for all of us. So thank you for sharing your father with us. And we're going to keep trying to make him smile up in heaven a little bit.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, well, I appreciate what y'all doing, guys. It's we've enjoyed sitting there watching everything and all the comments made about our dad. And, you know, I was born in 1969 when he was 18, so he's only 18 years older than I am.
Oh, wow.
And so I'm 51. But
good year to be born. Well,
yeah, he's been my hero for 51 years. And I didn't know he had this type of, you know, I knew what he was doing, but I didn't know, you know, that y'all had a chat room like this and all this kind of stuff. And by the way, I'm his oldest son, and I have yet to taste his barbecue sauce. So when I get to heaven, I'm gonna talk to him about that. Yeah, I'm a little upset. I'm a little upset about that because I haven't even tried it. So I'm gonna have to get a hold of some of that and you know, taste it, because I do a lot of cooking myself. Not that I've taught Dad anything about cooking, but I grill out a few times a week myself. I love grilled food. That's the way I eat. I like to. I love Dad's cooking. That's for sure. And he's taught me a few things about the grill. But going back to what the guy, I forgot his name, said earlier, you know, it's because of my dad that I'll be in heaven as well. And the things that he taught me when I was, me and Rhonda, when we were young, reading the Bible to us, taking us, getting involved in church and whatnot. We're not perfect, but I can tell you one thing: we owe everything that we are today to Phil Rogers Sr. And as y'all know, Phil In Florence, and we owe everything to him. He's our hero, and it's a shock to us, but he didn't suffer. He went out like he always wanted to for some crazy reason, and we hate to see him go, and we're very sad about that. But he's everything that y'all have said and then some tonight. And we love our dad tremendously, and we have nothing but respect for Dad, and we have nothing but respect for Janet, and how much joy that Janet brought to Dad, and made their 35th anniversary, I think, was coming up. And you know, we're going to be here for Janet. Our family's going to be here for Janet always, and she is a part of the Rogers family forever. And we will make sure that she's, you know, taken care of one way or the other. And she's meant a lot to our dad and made our dad extremely happy. And they probably the most perfect couple that I have ever seen in 51 years and witnessed. I mean, there might have been a few others, but Janet and my dad were a great example of what a couple should be like, a Christian couple should be like. And, but I didn't know that Dad was having so much fun with these guys, you know, all across the place. And so, you know, I might have to, you know, continue to be a part and be pulled into this cooking thing, whatever y'all doing. So, because I love to cook myself. I'm, you know, they call me Gamecock Phil in Columbia, South Carolina, for a reason. And they also call me Dr. Feel Good because I like to cook and make people feel good with my meat off the grill. But I don't know if it's good as Dad's stuff, but I've cooked out since I was 14 years old. So I love to cook. This guy right here, he loves to cook too.
So you root for the wrong USC too, right?
Yeah, I vote for the wrong USC, but I love them.
That's funny,
Keep them grills warm.
Yeah.
We're going to keep them
Guys, for
You know,
all
I'm
Go ahead.
Well, shut up. Let y'all talk a little bit.
Phil, I'm guessing that Janet's probably got a few bottles hid around the house somewhere. I bet you can get your hands on one.
Well, that's good. I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, definitely.
I think you should take over his channel. If you're such a, you know, not such a, if you're into the cooking like everybody else, but I'll tell you what, just be careful, man. This YouTube black hole will suck your butt in. Every Thursday night, Kent and I are on here interviewing new YouTubers, new, you know, people that make barbecues, whatever, you know, we keep it cooking community. And you all are talking about Phil's barbecue sauce. Well, I'm more pissed that I never got to try his wine. I was hoping he'd send me some of that stuff.
That's good stuff.
We can do that.
Okay.
All right, so Brian, Rhonda, you guys got anything you want to say? I mean, I wasn't trying to get you on here and put you on the spot, but I really do appreciate you guys coming on.
No, like you said, my dad was a lot of fun. He was a great guy to be around, a great father. I called him my cheerleader. He was always my cheerleader behind me saying, you can do it. So he was very much an encouraging person, just like he was to all you guys. He was that way to his family too. So thank you for all the kind words.
Very cool.
He truly inspired me. I've been in the family now for 3 years, and I thought I was a good barbecue cook until I met him. But his words of wisdom, you know, will ring in my ears forever. And he's just truly a great man.
Well, I gotta tell you guys that this show usually will get 50, 60 people watching every Thursday night, sometimes more, sometimes less. But this whole show from 6 o'clock, well, 6 my time on, we've had consistently 100 people in the chat, 112 right now, 100 people watching. I think that's testament to everybody he's touched, and you know, it's such a good dude. I keep saying it, and I feel like I'm such a typical Southern California, like, dude, he's a dude, man, he's a dude. You know? But to me, he's a good dude, man, and
was Phil strong.
He really was.
Yeah, he was awesome, and you know, it hurts that we won't be able to talk to him anymore. But
yep,
you know, we don't often talk religion or politics on the show because it's such a fire starter. But what Chef Johnny said, what you said about his faith and his belief in God, and that's very comforting, I'm sure, to a lot of people. And thank you for sharing that bit to us. And you know, hopefully we'll all have a glass of wine with him one year, or beer with him, or, you know, some of his barbecue sauce in heaven one day. So Ken, you got anything else to say to the fam, dude?
You know, I just want to thank you again for sharing your dad with us. And I think you can see what everybody around, not only you guys think of your dad, but what we do too. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll have to work on that getting together a channel.
Hold on. CJ, hold up.
It's good.
Hungry Husky, but does Phil Rogers Jr. win all the giveaways too?
That's fine with me. I'll take all I can get.
All right, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and let's shut this down. I think ending with you guys as the last guest in there, I think is fitting and fortuitous for us. And I don't think Kent can handle any more whiskey. So let's call it a night. Thank you guys all for being here. If you guys want to come hang out after the show or with the after show, I'll put the link in one more again. And I can only fit 6 people in talking at once and 10 people in the green room. But guys, thank you all for the donations tonight. Once everything gets settled up with YouTube and all that, I will send all the donations that were sent to Jiff and the fam. And, it's not much, but, and the other part of it is I'm not going to say how much it was. I'm not going to put it on social media like we normally do with these giveaway or with the little thons we do to raise money for whatever particular cause. So you guys are just going to have to trust that me and Kent have this under control, and we'll get the money to Janet and the family. Guys, we're praying for you. If there's anything we can do for you, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. Phil, great dude. Again, sorry I keep saying that, but thank you all for being here. I think we'll end it on that. We love you all. Take care. Wow. Piff, you will be missed, my friend.